Hi, welcome to this video today, which is our Forex weekly market review. It's Wednesday, it's 24th of April, it's 7 p.m. GMT. Now, in terms of good risk reward trade setups, there's plenty this week that we've got our eye on, and we'll go and look at plenty of charts in a moment. Now, just before we do, what is very significant in terms of the markets right now is a pattern that's going on. It's Forex market wide. It's been going on since the start of the week, and it's highly significant. I'll describe what it is in a moment when I do my chart analysis, but highly significant. We're seeing some big trends, I think, being confirmed already, and others are shaping up. Now, in terms of the pattern in the markets, it warns of higher volatility ahead and bigger trends. And over the last few weeks, we haven't really had that much movement in the markets. A lot of trades that we've put on were just hanging around. Now they're starting to really come to fruition. Okay. Now, in terms of the markets and the pattern, I'm just going to discuss what it is as we go through the charts, which we're going to go and take a look at right now. But please, when you are looking at my analysis, it is my view as of right now. It can, of course, change in line with market movement. If you want all our trading techniques, our daily technical and sentiment analysis of 14 major Forex pairs, you can get live access to our member centre on the link beneath this video. Now, it's that time of day where I'm going to do my PM update for the members centre, so I'm going to use the charts from there. So let's go and take a look at some trade setups. Right, just in our member centre, and in terms of, just before we go and look at some charts just for New Year's, I'm going to quickly explain how we do our analysis, which is quite different to most people online. If you're already familiar with the way we do it, you can just skip forward the next 3 minutes or so. Now, in terms of our charting, it's extremely simple. We use very few trend lines, support and resistance lines at all. So very minimalistic, and what we want to do is just key off levels where we know that big institutions are going to create big order flow around them, and we'll only come off the daily time frames. We're not going to drop down to 1 hour charts or 15-minute charts and trade noise. We just want to come off big levels that matter, and we're going to place all our orders in advance. We're not going to do any market orders, and we're only going to look at price action twice a day, once when the London session opens up, and once now as we're coming in to the New York close. So very much set and forget trading. And in terms of finding the big levels on the charts, we will use the weekly charts as backup. Okay, so the weekly levels back up day levels, that makes them more valid for us. And then we'll also use our favorite sentiment tool in Forex trading, the CFTC Net Traders Positions. If you're unfamiliar with it, it's totally free. And basically it'll just tell you where the big money is sitting behind the chart. So you can detect a trend change in advance, which may not be obvious from the technicals, or you can also postulate how far a trend might run. And we're normally looking for at least 300 pips if we do a trade. Ideally, we want 500 or more, and we do get these trades, and the CFTC Net Traders data helps us. We've got to know where the big money is sitting behind the market to work out how far a trend might run. Okay, now in terms of COT Net Traders positions, you can just look up our video on COT indicator if you wish to learn more about them, which I'd strongly advise anyone to do. Just as we go through this video, I'm going to make reference to the positions, and just keep in mind what I want to do is really want to trade with the smart money commercial hedgers when their positions diverge significantly away from speculators. Now, we're going to look at quite a few pairs today. I'm going to look at the majors and a few minor pairs as well. I'm going to start, before we get to the majors, with the weekly guest pairs, as I call them, which are normally 4 pairs that I'm really interested in outside of the majors. We'll look at these first, then the majors, then a few more minors. So let's go take a look just in the guest pair section, which are the 4 pairs that I pick out each week, which I think offer really good opportunities outside of the heavily traded majors. We're obviously going to look at the majors in a moment, but all 4 of these trades are worth keeping an eye on. And the first one, I covered it in a video today, USD MXN, so I'll only cover it briefly here. But in terms of this pair, it goes with my view of the pattern across the Forex markets, which is safe currencies are gaining mostly over risk currencies, despite the fact we've got risk on in the stock market. The risk currencies are not doing well, and the safe currencies are really doing well or holding their own. USD is obviously a safe currency. Now, COT generated trade, commercials heavily long, specs heavily short, USD pushing up. In the video I did earlier on today, I was saying just get through this 20-day moving average and this tail here through 19. She should be heading to the upside, and you can see what's happened. There she is there. Market's just closing, so you see that little blue, but nice blue candle through the level. 19, we're at 1906 that we settled at. So cleared the 19 level. Now I think the specs, massive short position, will just get run on stop, and then we should go all the way up to chart highs. If you look at the full video on this, you get the reason why I'm so bullish of this pair. It's one of my favourite pairs at the moment, and it's not much risk on it. This is key support, that's near term support through there. It's only that you're about near enough 3 to 1 to there, 7 to 1 to there, and for people who are new watching our videos, you see how many trend lines we use. We do not use many. It's always best to just put in the really important levels and just leave out ones that are insignificant. Okay, so keep the trend lines minimalistic. Right, in terms of USDX, just check the previous video. You see why we're so bullish, but I really like that pair. Euro CHF, I did a video on this on Sunday, and this is just one setup I go for whenever I see it. Get big strong move up, high volatility into this outer Bollinger Band, look for exhaustion. Blue tail there exhausts in my view, although we finished blue. I want red, and then I want to come through the low. So that will prove to me that the buying is over, so to speak. And in terms of this is a good COT trade as well. A lot of commercials short with specs long. And it worked, this one. They don't always work, of course, but you've always got good risk to reward. That is a nice big red, and I think more specs will get run tomorrow. There's another setup almost identical to this one, which I'll come to a little bit later, but really good move. Low risk, always good reward on these ones. So I think, both those trades so far were worth considering for fresh positions. This one here I like as well. I'm sure regular viewers know it's GBP NZD. You're just talking about safe over risk. The euro is risk to CHF safe, and GBP is safe to NZD risk. So we're bullish of the GBP here. This has been a frustrating one. We came in through this level, just travels sideways, and then she started to pick up traction today. And I was actually thinking that she could possibly run. She's doing okay. I think it's a good trade actually for fresh positions. Like the we're basically here. Obviously that's the open of the Asia. Basically come through 196 we got to, now we're about 195.77, but just going far higher. Just don't see much downside in the pound on the commodity currencies. It's given us about 300 pips so far, but I'm looking for far more. This big move down here on Brexit hysteria about hard Brexit. Chances of hard Brexit are very, very low now. Pound safe over NZD risk. Pound in better shape economically as well. Good trade, and I think we could go a lot higher than 205 longer term. But if you've got 205, be happy. Gold. It's not a currency, obviously, but I'm sure everyone's got it on their platform. Just a good long-term sell, in our view. Got a decent entry at 1298.50. Had that little bit of a rally. Thought it was fail. Down she comes. If you're looking for a stronger USD, which we are, we're very bullish of the dollar. then you're looking for lower gold prices because strong dollar is bearish, of course, for gold. In terms of the stock market as well, if the stock market goes down, that's bearish of gold. Still plenty of downside in my view. Plenty of speculators long. So the guest pairs are doing okay. Let's now go and look at the majors, because the majors have been boring, but now they're starting to look a bit more interesting to us. Okay, so we'll go to a Euro USD first of all, which is here. Make my charts a little bit bigger. Okay, so Euro USD. It's been low volatility. It's been choppy. Okay, done plenty of individual videos on this pair. Limited upside and lots of downside. Okay, the euro can't sustain its rallies just simply because the interest rate is negative, and the USD holds such a great interest rate advantage over it. Then you add into the mix that Eurozone is in a real mess, okay, in terms of the economy is nearly in recession. Long-term dollar is going to push the euro far lower. In terms of our position in through this 113 level, it's taken a little while, but it's moved down okay. Not too much though, it's only about 170 pips from our entry, but saying if this level gives way here, 111.70, it should trigger a bigger move to the downside on higher volatility. Targets 108, then 104.50. And in terms of what we've done tonight, what did I put in? I put in the wrong one. Euro USD, sorry about that. She did dump through this level. I don't rule out a rally back to here to get above 112 again, but I just think the euro's about to go into a big downtrend. But even if it doesn't go down too quickly, upside's limited. You got the carry. Carry really cushions you because you're picking up a really good interest rate differential. Euro going far lower in our view. What do we got next? GBP USD. We did have a trade in this one. We got stopped out of it actually. I do feel the pound is going up. Okay. In terms of the pound, I prefer it on the commodity currencies because I am trading safe pound over risk commodity currencies. Obviously, here I'm making a little bit of an exception. USD is a safer currency than the GBP, but just feel something if it comes in good news in terms of negotiations in terms of Brexit, then we'll go up, but gone down. Okay, prefer the commodity currencies, but I do feel GBP USD could go up as well. It's probably not my favourite pair though. Okay, here's a pair that's been really, really boring. Okay, over the last few weeks, it's AUD USD, and it's just kind of chopped about, hasn't it? But now I think we could be confirming a big move to the downside. We couldn't get through 72, which is resistance over here. We've now fallen through 71, 20-day moving average. I think we could be going far lower. If we look at the chart tonight, let's have a look. It's quite a nice big red there. So a little bit redder than the one we just saw. It's down at near enough the 70 level. We're in at 70, 80. So it's only 80 pips, and we've been sitting on it for a while. So hoping now that it can gain traction to the downside. Commodity currencies, all of them are going down a long way on the safe currencies, in my view, looking for a monthly support at 65. Now let's have a look at USD JPY. JPY is the safest currency of all. Okay, safer than the USD really if we get risk off. So we've actually got USD short, but not much volatility today. Just hanging around where we came in. I don't see too much upside in the dollar. This zone here, big hedging zone. As you come into the hedging zone today, we're going to look at it in a moment, but just feel get back through this level here. We'll have a big sell-off. Longer term, bearish of the USD. In terms of the yen, it's the most oversold major currency of all. It's doing really well in the crosses. Okay, we'll look at some of them in a moment. I'm just seeing if it's going to come good against the USD. Let's have a look at where we are tonight, because a little bit stronger in there on USD JPY. So yeah, she did get into the zone. 112.34, just back at the 112 level. No follow through. Our stop for the time being is safe, and we'll see what happens. That one, last major. Yes, DCAD. Just so bearish of this longer term as well. Obviously, safety risk, and again, 133.40 in. Okay, and this is where we got caught in this choppy sideways action, a bit similar to GBP. Ends of the day, I'm sure most traders have experienced a bit of this recently because it's been pretty common. Held on because these spike tails just cannot take out this 133 level. We bounce, we're above 134 now, and going far higher. Let's have a look at it. Yeah, so we're up near enough at the 135 level. So basically 133.40 in. So not a bad profit, but looking for a lot more. And what I like about this pair is that we've had crude oil strong, yeah? And yet the CAD could not push the USD down. The USD is going up, and crude oil for me is going to have a big break to the downside. Now, in terms of the USD, being bullish, we've seen some major pairs here, and the USD is starting to gain a little bit of traction on the risk currencies. But in terms of some more minor pairs, the US dollar is really having a good move to the upside. And a lot of people are still dollar bearish, which I can't see why. It's got such a good yield on it. So it's going to do well in risk on. I'll just get my menu back. And if we get risk off, it's going to soar. So I quite like it that a lot of people are bearish of the USD. The USD is going up against a bearish consensus. Oh, sorry, I'm on the wrong page. Where am I? Sorry, I want to be here. Just look at some USD pairs and then some yen pairs, actually, and a few others. USD CHF, USD is generally strong across the board. Nice move to the upside. Did analysis on this one, didn't trade it. It's made quite a good profit, 99.40 to 102. Not too much change into the close on this one. I didn't do this one myself though. This is the one I did pick out, or one of the ones I really like in terms of USD pairs. USD NOK, Norwegian krona, a petro currency, just like the CAD, but a bit faster moving. Dollar finds support. Crude oil strong, but the NOK can't push the USD down. USD perks up. Got a nice entry through 850. And you can see what she did tonight. And this is obviously that's the OPA of Asia. There's the big move up today. And it's a big move. And the USD is doing this on a lot of European currencies. And the NOK is a risk currency. It's also a euro proxy. And you can look at the euro. If you think the euro is going down, the euro proxies or correlated pairs will go down in sympathy, okay? But they'll tend to go down faster than the euro, if that makes sense. They're more risky, okay? So the USD NOK done well. USD CNH, I think this one could go up. You can see I'm quite ambitious with my target. Small position in this one. Why? China trade talks. Good conclusion, push the USD down. But it's kind of travelled sideways. USD for me going up. CNH a risk currency. USD try for the brave, but we've had some luck with this one trading alongside, but extremely volatile. I'm not too sure how many people like to trade the try. Won't dwell too much on that one, but I am very bullish. USD MXN we just took a look at. Another euro proxy, and when you look at the chart and you look at the proxies, you just don't look at the chart on its own. You look at the euro. What's the euro doing? If the euro is going down, or you think the euro is going down, proxies are going down faster. This one's probably done a little bit better than the NOK, so I'll just show it to you. So it's nice big blue. So these proxies, not a lot of people trade them, but I just really like them. Just more volatile than the euro. So if if you bearish euro, go for these proxies. Yeah, they're real risk currencies as well. So nice move in that one. Where are we going next? NZD USD. The USD is going to do this to all the commodity currencies, in my view. NZD, said it a few weeks ago, most overbought major of all, and now it's started to go down across the board. This trade, yeah, it's done well. 68.80, we're at 66.22, so 260 pips this morning. But this has got limited upside, a lot of downside. I think this level here will get taken out, and we could go as low. I think the next level down is 60 or 58. Just don't see much upside for the NZD. Any bounce is a selling opportunity. I think it should have finished nice and red tonight. Let's have a look. Yeah, so it's nice big red. And yeah, I think far lower. And I think, yeah, if you actually have that sort of longer term focus, ignore, I mean, we mostly ignore day-to-day fluctuations. We're just really focused on big levels and trying to get big trends. Obviously, we don't always get them. But yeah, the environment we're coming into now, I just think it's good to focus on the big trends. I do feel, yeah, the safe currencies generally are just going way higher on the risk currencies. We'll come to the yen in a moment as well, but that's another good USD long-term short. One more proxy here, USD SEC, similar to the other two proxies, really. We had another big blue today up here. I won't show you the chart, but you get the general idea. Trading proxies, okay? Euro CHF, we're taking a look at that. Euro NZD. Here, I've actually gone long the euro. Why? Because euro is safer than the NZD. And it's actually done quite well. 166.20 in. We were 169.38 earlier today. So, 300 odd pips, isn't it? And I think it finished reasonably firm. Yeah. So that one did okay. So yeah, again, that's just safety risk. I'll be bearish on the euro on the safe currencies, and I'll be bullish the euro on the risk currencies. And this one done okay. Let's look at the AUD against the JPY, because I think the JPY, in terms of the USD, USD is still pretty firm on the JPY, but the commodity currencies are starting to break. And this one is a good case in point. Got up towards the 80 level, got above the level, stalled, down through it. Now we're down, and basically through that 20-day moving average, which we like. So down at 78.64. I mean, it's only just over 100 pips so far on this trade, but we did get stopped out one before, actually, thinking about it. So nothing to get excited about yet, but I just think could be due a big break. Let's just see where we finished up. Excuse me. So yeah, finished up nice and red. Okay. But I just don't see much upside in the AUD at all. You can see it from where my stop is. Could go a long way down to the downside, down to 62. Yen is just so oversold. I really like this one now. I think it's just confirming a big move down. Okay. Like CAD JPY, but it's a kind of similar setup. From these levels, I prefer AUD JPY. I think CAD's strongest of the commodity currencies. So in terms of, it's the least risky. Okay, so it should go down the slowest of the commodity currencies. GBP AUD. Saying the other day, I think it wasn't on YouTube, it was in the Facebook group. Do this one if you're bullish of the GBP on the NZD. Just do both, because the AUD had really pushed the GBP down. So coming through 182, she did come through, then she settled back, but still above 182. And she moved up nicely today. I'm not sure what she did into the close. Yeah, finished roughly where she was this morning. Yeah, plenty of upside on this one, in my view. It's already had a nice move up from our entry, and I just think she's going to follow through. Follows through 184, 188, then 194. if you look at these pairs, did I say earlier, look longer term. Yeah, focus on the longer term. Try and forget about the day-to-day noise. Okay, and you will get some big trends. Yeah, it's been pretty boring recently. We've got some decent trends on the board. I'm hoping we're going to get good few more actually. We'll see, but I really like the look of this one. GBP so we've looked at that. Now just going to show you some other pairs. I'll show you another setup, which is very similar to that Euro CHF pair we looked at a minute ago. Where are we? I want to go here. These are again Euro proxies. Okay, USD DKK and CZK, they both soared today as well. Actually, before we go to the setup similar to Euro CHF, this is a pair. USD RUB. Let me make my chart a bit bigger. It's got a massive COT divergence on it, with the commercials very long, specs very short. It's a petro currency. Right on support here. We did try a long and got stopped out, yeah? Come down. Just want to buy her through 64 today. And in terms of the price action, this is why I quite like the minor pairs. You can see what she does, just blew up. That will follow through in my view. I'm looking for 68, and from the entry, it's really tight. I mean, I've stopped and put back here because obviously the rub is quite volatile. So back here for our stop, but it's a good risk to reward. Yeah, we got stopped out, obviously, like I said in the previous trade, but it wasn't a big loss. The upside in this one, I think, is terrific against the risk. So hopefully, second time lucky, we shall see. Oh, here's another pair actually, USD ZAR. I've been bullish at this for a while. Had a nice move up there. We got stopped out. Come back in again and got a nice entry actually, 113.94. So back here. Now she's moving up. Another really fast moving pair. And you can see ZAR is a risk currency. USD is basically pushing up. And I've got 1480 on the chart as first target, then 1550. Yeah, if you come into this one fresh, if she goes on tomorrow, you just have your stop back here, and you've got a target, somewhere up here. I can't do it exactly, but it's a really good risk to reward. And I just like the way the USD is pushing up when a lot of people are saying it should go down. Okay, so very bullish of the ZAR, USD on the ZAR. This ends at DCHF. This actually is confirming a move to the downside. Actually, USD ZAR was just a little bit up. I didn't go and look at the chart from where we saw it on the chart from this morning. This is confirming a move to the downside in my view. Really struggled here. Very laboured move up, and now coming through. What's she done tonight? Obviously, NZD is risk and CHF is safe. So yeah, I think this one's got a long way to go to the downside, probably down towards 64, maybe even all the way down to 63. Long way to go on the downside. Well worth considering for fresh positions. Now, in terms of, excuse me, I'm losing my voice. Sorry, what was I going to say? Yeah, good sell in my view. Just look what she does tomorrow. But 68 looks pretty good resistance now. Stop 68.50. Going down to 64. In our view, good risk to reward. This one. AED-NZD. Nice big move up. Exhaustion into the outer band. Tries it again. And then rolls over. 106.70 for this one. So just literally right below the round number. Then she's off to the downside. I just like those sort of moves up that are quite aggressive. This one isn't maybe as aggressive as one we saw in Euro CHF, but just love watching the price action into the bands and also looking for a round, coming back through a round number. So going to the downside, it's not too much yet, but hoping this one's going to follow through with, yeah, she came off the lows actually. I'm hoping it's going to follow through like Euro CHF follow through as well. You can always look at these ones. It's steadied up a bit off the lows. If it started to come back up, we always cover. I have a feeling it's got more downside though. So yeah, those moves aggressive for the outer Bollinger Band, always worth looking at. What else have we got? NZD JPY. AUD NZD. Like I said, like the look of that. This one's already confirmed a downtrend for us. Yeah, it's moved down quite nicely from our entry, as you can see, and it's just moved away moved away from this 20-day moving average. And yeah, and there's a lot of resistance here now. I've got here as a target, first of all, then 68, so way down here. And yeah, long term, I'm just bullish of the yen on these commodity currencies. Like I said, not too worried about day-to-day fluctuations. What do I did tonight? Probably not too much. Are we on NZD/JPY? Yeah, we are. So yeah, last pair NZD CAD. CAD, I don't know if I said it earlier, should be the strongest of the commodity currencies. This has been a decent trade. I managed to get in on this reversal there. It's down. Okay, she's hanging around. I just do not see much upside for the NZD on the CAD. So yeah, for me, trade safe currencies over risk. I mean, there's plenty of pairs to look at. Okay, I've gone through quite a few. Everyone's got their own kind of favorite setups and type of trading they want to do, but just a very bullish of USD on commodity currencies, emerging markets, euro and euro proxies. Yen, I love the look of on the commodity currencies at the moment. I also like it on the euro, which we didn't look at. But euro going down on the yen. Yeah, commodity currencies for me, really good sells. You just said it, USD, BY, Swiss franc, and GBP even. I just think they're kind of got a long way to go on the downside. So just a bit more action in the markets this week, and so far I'm just hoping it's going to continue. That we don't just everything stalls and goes sideways, which is really I'm sure every trader hates. I either like to get a trend going and a profit, or if I'm wrong, just get stopped out straight away rather than having my money tied up in a pair going sideways, unless it's got good carry on like Euro USD. But I think, in terms of stock market, we've had risk on, things been fairly firm, people are optimistic, but the global economy is in a mess, problems everywhere. I just don't see stocks staying stronger for too much longer. Even if they do, the USD isn't going down because the yield, or not going down too much. And I just feel that they're going to break, and we're going to see mayhem in the markets at some point, which would be fantastic for people trading safe over risk currencies. I don't know when it's going to come. It might not come, but it could come at any time, in my view. And in my pairs, I'm the right way around for stock markets going down. Stock markets go up, I don't see too much downside in the pairs that we've got. And obviously you could how would I put it? Look at these day to day. As I've said, this is just my view as of right now. But I just kind of like this. The risk currencies just generally getting pushed down by the safe in a risk-on environment. Just think this could be some big moves. Right, probably rambling a bit now. So that is the video for today. Thank you very much for watching me as usual. Take care. Have a good day.